Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, we are in part 1, lesson number 2 in our advanced program for articulations and characteristics of the Arabic letters. And we start Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim wa bis-salah ala Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa nahmiduhu subhanahu wa ta'ala wa nashkuruhu alladhi hadana lihadha wa ma kunna linahtadiya lawla an hadana Allah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Now let us see what we have today in lesson number 2. It's going to be an introduction to the sound and articulation points. What are the articulation points? The articulation points we mean by articulation points is the place where the letter is pronounced from inside our mouth. So, for example, if we are pronouncing the letter ba, we said ab. What do we do? What do we use? We use our two lips. So this is the articulation point of the letter ba, which is the two lips. The two lips colliding against each other, pronouncing the letter ba, and so on. If I say the letter ha, for example, ah, or hamza, a, or the letter ghain, al, these letters are pronounced from their articulation point, which is the throat. Okay, so what we mean by articulation points is the points where each letter is pronounced from. But before we go to the articulation points, each letter has a sound of its own. So let us have a look first. How many letters are there in the Arabic language? We have 29 letters, considering the alif a letter and the hamza a letter also. So the letters in the Arabic language, as we took in the beginner's course, they are alif, ba, ta, tha, and dal, dhal, ra, za, and so on. Ain, ghain, fa, qaf, kaf, lam, mim, noon, waw, ha, sad, dad, ta, dha, sin, shin, hamza, ya, and so on. Now, these letters together are 29 letters. Each one of them has its own specific articulation point. For example, if we want to pronounce the letter sin, we say s, s. So this is the articulation point where the letter sin is pronounced. Okay? Now, does this mean that having 29 letters, does it mean that we are going to study 29 articulation points? No, this is not correct. Why isn't it correct? Because, for example, we have something called a general exit, a general area where several letters articulate exit from the same place. For example, the throat. The throat is considered a general exit, but there are 6 letters that exit from the throat. All 6 letters, they exit from all the throat? No, they exit from specific exits. So each general exit, let us say if it's the throat, it consists of specific exits where different letters are pronounced from. We are going to take this in more details, inshallah, through our course, inshallah. Okay? So, for example, the tongue is a whole general exit, but the tongue is divided into different parts, which are called specific exits. Each specific exit might have a letter pronounced from it, might have two, might have three letters exiting from this specific exit. And all of them gather in one general exit. If we are going, for example, to say the lips, there are several letters that exit from the lips, like the letter wow, fa, for example. Okay, we're going to take them in details, as I said. So the lips is one general exit, and each letter has its own specific exit. Okay. So what is the sound? If each letter has a different sound, even if it's pronounced from the same place, from the same articulation point, but we can find two letters exiting from the same articulation point but have different sounds, right? Yes. So to start with, what is the sound? How does it occur in our normal life? We hear sounds everywhere. We hear the sound of the cars. We hear the sound of our family members. We hear the sound of our cooking. There are so many sounds surrounding us. So what is the sound? And how does it happen in our normal life? First of all, the sound is the vibration of the air layers in a way which the human ear can perceive. So the sound is something that occurs, causing the vibration of the air layers in a way that our ear is designed to perceive it, to hear it. And the human ear can perceive sounds ranging from 20 to 20,000 vibrations per second. So we can hear the very, very low sounds, and we can hear the very, very high sounds, depending on its range of vibration. Okay. So again, how does the sound occur? How does it happen? And this is really important because this is in our normal life, but also in our normal life, we can produce sounds from the mouth, and they are produced by the same way that the sounds in our normal life happens. So how does the sound occur? How does this vibration is caused? Didn't we say that the sound is the vibration of the air layers? What is the cause of this vibration, causing the air layers to vibrate so severely that the human ear can perceive this sound? We can find sounds happening through friction. Two heavy, let us say a heavy box. If we pull a heavy box on the floor, there will be the sound of friction. By divergence, if we tear or separate a piece of paper, then there will be a sound. They did not collide, but they were separated from each other, and this also causes a sound. And also collision, two cars bumping into each other, whatever, two metals colliding together, this makes a sound. And also the vibration itself. If we have this metal shape like this, it can vibrate and it makes a sound. So let us hear and listen to these sounds. This is friction. What about this? Yes, if we separate, if we tear apart this paper, this is the sound that we are going to listen. Exactly. And what about oi, oi, oi. This is the sound of collision. Accidents happen, causing a very high sound, and this caused the vibration of the air layers, so to the extent that we can hear the sound. What about the vibration? Yes. Different sounds caused by different means. Okay? So, how is it regarding the letters? How is it regarding pronouncing the letters in our mouth? We said that there is friction. We said that there is collision. We said that there is divergence. And also, what is left? Vibration. These are 4 reasons causing the sound. So let us give it a try with the letters. Let us, for example, pronounce the letter ha. And because we all know that we cannot pronounce a sukoon letter on its own, we need a supporting letter before, because we cannot start our reading, our pronunciation with a sukoon letter. So we need a supporting letter with a movement. So the scholars suggested that we use the hamza. Hamza fatha, hamza dhamma, hamza kasra. And they chose the hamza because it's the furthermost letter pronounced deep inside the throat, away from other letters. But we can use any other letter. Okay? So let us choose the hamza, and I use a fatha with it. And let's pronounce the letter ha. And let us say ah, ah. What do you think was the cause of this sound? What do you think? Ah. Is it friction? Or is it divergence? Or what is it? Collision? No, it's friction. Ah, 2 parts, okay, against each other. What about the kha? Ah, ah, same thing here. What about the ta? Let us say apple, apple. This is collision, right? What about if we say ab, ab, ab? It's also 2 parts colliding against each other. What about the letter dal? Let us say av, av, and push the letter dha, push the sound. You will feel the vibration of this letter in the upper lip and in the tongue itself. Av. What about the letter sad? Else, else. Different ways of pronunciation causes different sounds. If I tell you, for example, that the letter ta and the letter ta and the letter dal, they are pronounced, they share the same articulation area. What differs between them? There's a difference in sound. We say ed, apple, at. So what differs between them? Why are they sounding different? Because their characters are different. So this is why it's very important to know the articulation point of each letter and the characters. Because, for example, the letter ta has hams character, whisper character, while the letter dal does not have this. So if we add a whispering sound to the letter dal, it's going to be a ta, and vice versa. If I don't give the whispering character to the letter ta, it's going to be a dal, and so on. So both articulation areas, exit points, and the characteristics, they both work together to form the unique sound of each letter. Next time, inshallah, we are going to continue our introduction regarding characteristics and articulations of the Arabic letters. Thank you so much for your attendance and your attention. If you felt that you benefited from this recording, kindly please subscribe, like, and comment. If you have any questions, I will be really happy to answer your questions, and let us communicate together through the comments section. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.